crook is never caught.
The most common form of identity theft reported to the Federal Trade Commission last year was tax-related. Look at the recent stats. Complaints about criminal impersonation, IRS officials were nearly 24 times more than 2013.
In this special report, ABC 17's Christy Reeder shows us the top ways thieves are trying to steal your identity.
Identity theft comes in many different forms. It could be someone compromising your debit and credit card to a thief actually taking loans out in your name. I myself have even had someone rack up hundreds of dollars worth of charges on a credit card that never even left my wallet. And you're about to get an inside look on the toll identity theft can take from a woman who still doesn't know how it happened.
My affidavit that I had to fill out for them. And then with each of those, there's identity theft complaint forms.
Amy Sanders has spent hours trying to get her identity back on track. Her trouble started last fall. She received letters from 3 different cell phone companies to see if she wanted to get extra insurance on some cell phones. Problem was, she didn't have any of these phones in her possession. When she called the companies, they told her they were already marked as fraud. She thought that was the end.
Then in December, we received a phone call, and it was the collections department at U.S. Bank. And they said, you're delinquent on your payments for the Chrysler minivan you bought.
A minivan that was not sitting in her driveway. What did you do then? I mean, were you pretty upset?
Well, we kind of just sat there and we were like, is this real? Like, now what? Like, am I going to owe $56,000?
She filed a police report. Then in January, another call came in from a different bank saying she was delinquent on a different car loan. Turns out it was bought at the same Las Vegas dealership as the minivan, even the same day by the same woman. She was just walking into these dealerships saying, I'm Amy Sanders.
That's right. She was. She had a fake driver's license and everything made up with her picture and my information.
Sanders, who lives near St. Louis, has been working with Detective David Fornell at the St. Charles County Sheriff's Department, someone who is familiar with fraud cases and knows the frustration.
In my follow-up with her, obviously I want to make sure that everybody has filed paperwork. And that's where it can get frustrating, because they've already filled this form out, and you're filling these forms out numerous times, both at the federal level through the FTC, at the state level with the AG's office.
He also followed up with Las Vegas police. Fortunately for Sanders, she got another call. But this time, not from a creditor. It was from investigators saying an arrest had been made, something rare in these cases.
I was like, did you get her? And he said, yeah. And it was. I was like, good. Congratulations to you guys. And I genuinely thank you. Like, it makes me feel better that she's not going to continue doing it to me, but it doesn't mean that somebody else can't.
She's right. Identity thieves are out there looking to hit in many different ways. In Sanders' case, she had shopped at Target and Home Depot. Retailers tied to breaches, but she doesn't know for sure if that's how her identity was stolen. The ordeal caused her credit scores to go down for a time. Now, to protect herself, Sanders has signed up for LifeLock, an identity theft protection service to alert her if someone is using her info to get credit. Another way to protect your identity can happen right at your ATM and checking for skimming devices. They'll be mounted right here on the ATM, and you want to check for anything that might look removable. That's an indication that something's wrong. Those devices read your card information and send it to the thief. Just this year, a Boone County National Bank affiliate in Kansas City, along with some other financial institutions in that area, were hit with skimming devices. Reggie Wilhite, the Vice President for Operations and Security at Boone County National Bank, showed me the device that was found.
So see how that's pliable?
Wilhite also says to look for any extra cameras mounted on the ATM. Thieves put those up to capture the PIN that you're entering in. Like we said, there is a lot to watch out for from thieves: credit card breaches, skimming devices, and another scam that's growing, tax fraud.
Each year, in regards to identity theft and IRS, we are seeing numbers continue to grow.
Thieves claiming your refund. Investigators can't pinpoint that increase to one certain thing. They just know it happens when a thief gets a hold of your Social Security number to file a return. While the scams may seem to be growing, we press banks to see what they're doing to protect your identity. At Boone County National Bank, they have a technology company within their holding company taking care of firewalls and system protection. They also have this woman, Julie Arnett.
Everybody sees me coming and they run.
Arnett heads into banks doing audits during and after hours.
I check to make sure there's not customer information that could be breached.
And if anything were to get out, such as something being mailed to the wrong address, the bank investigates.
I would investigate, find out specifically what happened, file a report, and contact all of the customers involved.
When it comes to the protection from some retailers, a new report found 90% of card readers use the same password. The codes are even out there online, potentially allowing cyber thieves to hack in and get customers' data. So in the end, it can sometimes come down to you looking out for yourself. Wilhite has 3 rules to follow.
Not sharing your personal information.
She also says don't be afraid to use online banking because this helps you monitor your accounts daily to check for any unusual transactions. And 3, don't be afraid to ask.
If you get something brought to you that seems too good to be true or doesn't seem right, ask somebody.
As for Amy, the case against her thief is still pending.
What would you say to her if you could talk to her?
You know, I think you get what you ask for.
Sometimes being a victim is unavoidable, but the quicker you stop it, the better. Financial experts recommend you check your credit report, and the Fair Credit Reporting Act requires each of the nationwide credit companies to provide you with this report free once a year.
We have a link to the FTC's website on our website, abc17news.com.
Well, I'll have your out-the-door forecast for tomorrow. Looks like it could be pretty wet around mid-Missouri tomorrow. And a look to the weekend, yes, we do have